welcome to another episode of the Intellectual Saviors of Wrestling with your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
Martin,
and the one and only Sam H. And this is the Raw review from the 22nd of August, all the fallout from SummerSlam the night before.
Well, where do we start? The fallout of SummerSlam. Right, well, let's get the sad and horrifying news over and done with first. I opened up the show with the Raw Commissioner and Raw GM in the ring, Stephanie and Mick, and unfortunately Finn Balor got injured at SummerSlam and he's going to require shoulder surgery and he's going to be out for 6 months. So he's got to relinquish the Universal Championship.
Yes. Terrible news for him. We've all known how hard he's worked to get to this point.
Unfortunately, the injury came along when him and Seth were outside of the ring, and Seth went to powerbomb him into the barrier, and I think he possibly slightly misjudged where his arm was, and it didn't look pretty, and he actually had to pop his arm back into his socket. The camera literally moved away as he went to do it.
I'm not at all surprised by it.
So yeah.
Full credit to him for finishing the match.
Oh yeah, because that was fairly early on in the match as well. Yeah, so Mick and Stephanie called out Finn. Slightly heart-wrenching. As I said, the bloke had worked so hard to get to where he has, and for it to be taken away. But usual fighting champion stance. Went on fit and ready and went on back. That's the first thing he's coming for.
Yeah, and he should be happy. I mean, he's got a place in history now. He'll always be the first Universal Champion.
Yes.
And then we were quickly greeted by his defeated foe at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins.
Yep. He was rather happy with himself.
Yeah, he laughed at Finn on the way down to the ring.
Yep. And he basically insinuated to Stephanie, right, come on, let's have a party. I'm the champion now, surely. Didn't quite go down that way.
No, this is not the authority. If Seth wants anything, he's going to have to work for it. And then we were greeted by one of my favourite guys, Sami Zayn.
Yep. And Sami quickly laid his claim. And then we were then trying to remember the order of when they came out. I think we then greeted by, it might have been Chris Jericho.
Yes, Jericho was next.
Drinking him, man.
And then Jericho couldn't get a word in before he was interrupted by Enzo and Big Cass.
Yep. I think they were about to say something and lay their claim. But then, of course, Chris Jericho's favourite buddy came out.
Yeah.
The prize fighter himself. He said, well, if anyone, I deserve the title.
But no. And last but not least, we were interrupted by another former champion, Roman Reigns.
Yep. So it was then decided they would have a series of matches on Raw tonight. And then we would then have a match next week on Raw to determine who the new champion is.
Yeah, a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
The first match kicked off immediately after everyone left the ring.
Yeah, it was Sami Zayn versus Seth.
Now, I always enjoy matches between these two.
Yeah.
Because they're always quite back and forth affairs. Somewhere early on in the match, Sami Zayn missed a jump and ended up injuring his ankle.
Yes, we're happy to report though, after later digging around and that and whatnot, it was a work. He didn't actually injure himself, it was just a chance for Seth to capitalise on it, because they did make the point, if Sami had legitimately injured himself, they wouldn't have allowed Seth to have attacked his ankle in the way he did.
No, there's full credit to Sami Zayn, though. I mean, what a worker he is that he can actually make you believe that he had an injured ankle.
Yeah, he sold it. He sold it really well.
I mean, I was believing it.
Yeah.
First thing that went through my mind was, oh no, please make sure he's not injured again.
Yeah, I instantly got on the internet after watching Raw, and I was like, right, please say this isn't a real injury. So yeah, but yeah, hell of a match, backwards and forwards. Obviously, Seth capitalising on Sammy's early injury.
Yeah, and much like the last two matches between these two, Seth Rollins won with the pedigree.
Yeah.
To advance to next week's Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, so we'll see who else joins Seth in the Fatal 4-Way. Now, this one really puzzled me, the next match, because straight away, obviously, given the people who we saw come down to the ring, I thought straight away, who's going to get paired with who. And then Kevin Owens came out for his match. And then I thought straight away, he's probably going to be fighting Enzo. No, he wasn't. He fought Adrian Neville.
Yeah. I'm guessing it was because they only had 7 guys in the ring.
Yeah.
So there was an odd man out.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this was a really entertaining match. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this one. Obviously, yeah, Neville bringing in his high-flying physical style. Then, of course, you got the prize fighter in there, so he's always entertaining to watch and basically demanding what he deserves. So, yeah.
Yeah, another stellar match between these two. But, of course, with Kevin Owens nearly on the losing end, Jericho decided to stick his nose into the business.
Yeah, he had to help out his best friend.
Very unlikely bromance.
Yeah. Bad enough Kevin blowing him a kiss at SummerSlam.
And telling him he loves him. Don't forget that.
So yeah. But no, in the end, Kevin Owens ended up picking up the victory with that really nasty swinging neck breaker he's started using recently.
Yeah, always good to have a secondary finisher.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kevin Owens advanced in the Fatal 4-Way match for the Universal Championship next week. And then we had the New Day come out to do their 1-year celebration.
With a pinata.
Yep, they had a unicorn pinata. Big E had a big old bowl of bootios.
Oh god.
And of course Xavier had Francesca #2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all good. Party started off well. But then they had a couple of guests who weren't too impressed.
Yeah, they had an appearance from the doctors, Dr. Anderson and Dr. Gallows. Still working on their cure for ring post-itis.
Yeah, which very nearly got joined by Jon Stewart.
With his very little jaw.
Yeah, so they had a bit of arguments, to and froing, and the club laying their claim to their entitlement to a rematch for the tag team titles. I don't think it ever really properly got discussed, though.
No.
It just ended up being a singles match between Big E and Carl Anderson.
Yeah, I think that was probably not the best pairing you could have done. I would have gone with Gallows and Big E, personally.
Yeah, or you...
Because Anderson is the smaller, more technical of the two.
Yeah, and well, I'll still make the argument they still underuse Xavier heavily, so I wouldn't have maybe minded Xavier versus Anderson.
I think it would have been a better match. I wouldn't say this match was bad, but it was real short.
Well, essentially, it's just a big guy versus a little guy.
Yeah. It was okay for what it was. It was a bit short. Lots of outside interference.
Yeah, well, essentially, I think it was just to get a bit of a pop for the crowd with the fact that Big E's back.
And of course, Big E picked up the win
Done some more gyrating.
with his move, the Big Ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrible name for a move.
So yeah. Oh god, I forgot this is still going on. Right, let's quickly get this over and done with.
Okay.
Our next segment, we then had Titus O'Neil in the ring. He was slagging off and going off on one about Bob Backlund and Darren Young again. And he was basically saying, you know, he carried Darren Young for years, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we just slagged off Bob Backlund a load of times. And then in the end, we didn't get Darren Young. We got Bob Backlund come out and start going off on one. And he sort of got the cross-faced chicken wing in on Titus.
Well, embarrassing.
Yeah, and then he rather easily broke out of it, pushed him over or something rather, and then Darren Young came in.
I think he gave him a body slam.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Which, I mean, Titus O'Neil has been a heel before, and it didn't work. No one cared.
And unfortunately, he does bring up a very good point, though. When was Darren Young ever great?
Yeah, you could get NASA's top mathematicians, and they wouldn't be able to work out the answer to that problem.
Yeah, so, yeah, that was over and done with. That's all the time I'm going to spend on it. It's probably going to lead to another match, possibly a Backlash.
Just, what good does it do Titus O'Neil to beat up a 60-year-old Bob Backlund? I don't know how old he is, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's like kicking a puppy when he's down.
Yeah, it essentially is.
People got the same sort of heat for beating up Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler.
I mean, it was fun for a start, but then you were just kind of like, again? God damn it. Right, moving on.
Right, well, we're going back to our Universal Championship tournament. Here's where things got confusing because without saying anything, we just sort of all naturally presumed Enzo's going to be in this tournament at some point, you know, as both of them come out. But no, we had a Big Cass facing off against Rusev, which would then mean we'd have Jericho versus Roman Reigns for our main event.
Yeah, they quickly said that Roman and Jericho was going to be the main event. And Rusev came out still with bandaged ribs and
feeling the after effects of his match with Roman. Still slagging off everyone and his bloody wife going on as she does. To be honest, this match was all right. I mean, I can't help but feel that Rusev was a bit lazy in this match.
a bit lazy. That was part of the storyline. They were saying he's not 100%. He wasn't giving it his all.
I felt sorry for Big Cass in this match because the match was just a little bit lazy, and then well, it got a crap ending because I think Big Cass hit the big boot on him and he just rolled out the ring and he was like, screw this, I'm going, I can't be bothered.
Yes,
and he got himself counted out.
Your greatest United States champion in history decided to walk away from what is essentially a tag team wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, who's been on the main roster for 3 months? If that. What a fool.
Night after WrestleMania, weren't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, there you go.
And it's kind of like, I mean, I'm happy with the way they're pushing Cass. I still maintain one day he's going to replace Big Show as the company's giant.
Yep. But they've got to keep soft going for a good few years.
They don't need to break these guys up for at least another 2 years.
Yeah.
Long title run they need.
Yeah.
So yeah, Big Cass advances to the Fatal 4-Way. Good opportunity for him.
Don't care. I'm going to say this. This is arguably my best part of the show. It's absolutely amazing. I did make a bit of a pop here when it happened, even though I knew it had happened. we had Charlotte come out to the ring with Dana and basically broadcast, "Hey, I'm here. I'm a champion again. Ha 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 ha." And basically saying she hopes Sasha never comes back, and if she does come back, she's not going to injure her back next time. She's going to break it.
Is she actually properly injured?
Yes, I believe so. Not sure what, but yeah, apparently she's been given like a month off to deal with niggling injuries.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, we'll be seeing the boss in about a month's time back on television. So yeah, and then I believe we had the Raw GM come out and basically shoot Charlotte down. And then she started parading around and going, "Well, I've beaten everyone now. Who else is there for me to beat?
True.
There's no one." And then Mick gave us and the crowd the moment we were all waiting for. He was like, "Wow, I've just signed the hottest free agent."
And we were all
Other
thinking,
than Heath Slater.
I was thinking, what? Heath Slater's going to challenge for the women's title? Even he couldn't beat Charlotte.
Yeah, that's right. If you haven't already guessed it, it's Bailey time.
Yeah, anyone who saw the ending of NXT would sort of think, yeah, that was her last NXT match. So we all saw it coming.
Yep, so Bailey is now officially on Raw. Then, of course, Charlotte done what Charlotte does best. She just basically buggered off and said, "You're not in my league. You don't deserve to fight me. You can fight Dana."
Yeah.
Much to Dana's disgust, though.
Yeah. I mean, I found that pretty funny. She said, "You know what champions do? Champions are always prepared for a fight. So, Dana, you take her on." Whatever.
So, so we had a match between Bailey and Dana Brooke. It was an alright match. Again, like most things we have an issue with, they don't really properly give him any time in that, but yeah, it was a fine match. But of course, as you would expect, Bailey picked up the victory with the Bailey to Bailey suplex.
Bailey to Bailey?
Bailey to Bailey, yeah.
Oh. I don't like that name.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing Bailey go for the Women's Championship.
I think it's a bit soon, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
Next.
Right, I'm only going to touch this subject very lightly for 2 minutes, if that. We had the return of the Braun Strowman crush matches.
Oh, God.
And this week he was fighting Johnny Knockout.
Johnny Knockout. Now, the first thing I want to like, they do the interviews in the ring now. They said, why, oh, why do you want to go in the ring with Braun Strowman? And the thing this guy said, I was just like, what?
Yeah, not very PG friendly.
Did he actually say that?
Give it to him, man.
He was like, he likes getting in the ring with big, sweaty men.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, what? We are still PG, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Very much like the name, though. After about a minute and a half, Johnny got knocked out.
Yep. Done that reverse choke slam again. And that was it.
Yep. Then that wasn't enough. He then got pinned for a second time.
Yeah. We all thought that they were giving Braun Strowman this chokeslam as his finisher, but he's gone back to his old one again. Sort of the Dominator / Facebuster they used in the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And pinned him again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Braun wins, another crash match. Johnny Knockout. Oh, man.
Right. And the other huge part from Raw, I'll touch on now. We had the retirement of the Dudley Boyz.
Yeah, you see, as soon as I heard this, I was like, no, not like this. They wouldn't just randomly go out like this.
Yeah.
So they did a big old speech about how they returned to Brooklyn a year ago.
Yeah. Then weirdly, they were interrupted by the Shining Stars.
Yeah. Tag team that no one really cares about.
Or gets. So yeah, they rambled on about how they'd got them a retirement present, a bloody plane ticket to to Puerto Rico.
Right?
And well, one of them got his balls rather bruised, and the other one at a 3D.
Yes, but that wasn't the end of the match. Because as the Dudleys were celebrating,
The Doctors made a reappearance.
they were interrupted by Gallows and Anderson, who proceeded to put a beat down on those damn Dudleys.
Yeah. Poor Bubba took a bit of a beating outside of the ring. And then Devon got put through a table.
Yeah, a magic killer through a table. I know. It's like, I could come up with a better name for that finisher just on the top of my head. The Psycho Cutter.
Yeah.
The Baldy Blaster. No, don't use that one.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Was that actually their official retirement?
Nah.
Or will that lead to a match further down the road?
Yeah, I think so. I think Dudley's are probably going to go away for a few weeks. The feud with the New Day will continue. And the Dudleys will resurface, I don't know, in another month or so.
Maybe they'll, maybe if they do go with the tag team titles rematch, maybe the Dudleys will cost them
Possibly.
the titles.
I mean, if there's going to be a retirement, this isn't the way it's going to go down.
No. Right. Let's move on to the main event.
Okay.
You got Roman Reigns versus not Rusev, versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah, briefly before this match, we had a segment between the two, Kevin Owens and Jericho. Basically arguing. Jericho said that the belt would look good on him.
Yeah. And of course, they were as well joined by their good buddy, Phil, the interviewer.
Phil Phillips. Yeah, so they argued back and forth over who's going to get the belt. And Jericho finished with his trademark line, or new trademark line. He seems to invent new ones all the time.
Yeah.
If he's not lucky, he's going to get it.
Then Chris started to walk off, and the crowd slowly got disappointed. Then he quickly came back. Stupid idiot.
And he did that rather menacing walk away. He did at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
God damn it, I hate you, Jericho. Why? Why do you have to be so entertaining at the moment?
He's brilliant at the minute. You got to give the man credit where it's due. Yeah. On to his match with Roman. It was a alright match. I mean, it seems now that Roman's back in the title picture. Crowd's gone back to booing him.
Yeah, he got a rather nasty reaction, but I think it might have been due to the fact that he was fighting Jericho.
Yeah. Even though Chris is meant to be a heel, he's very much over with the crowd at the minute.
Yes, he's a popular heel, which is not what you want.
No.
There were many chants of stupid idiot.
He's bad as on NXT with Austin Aries and Bobby Roode.
Oh, God.
Yeah. As I said, it was an alright match. It didn't exactly set anything alight or anything, but solid work. But in the end, Roman ended up picking up the victory.
Yeah, Kevin Owens came down, tried making the save, but unfortunately he ate a Superman punch for his troubles.
Yeah.
And Jericho ended up eating a nasty looking spear.
Yeah. And that then sets up the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title next week.
Yeah, I mean, it seems a bit strange to have it settled on a random Raw.
Yeah.
You thought they had saved it for Clash of Champions. Don't know why they've changed that. Well, what can you do? It should be a good main event.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see what unfolds next week on Raw.
You gotta think that there's probably gonna be some shenanigans because they're gonna have to set up the main event of Clash of Champions in the same match.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get screwed over. I think there'll probably be interference.
Hoping Roman isn't involved in that match at Clash of Champions, if I'm being honest.
No, because see, I thought about this the other day, and I'm like, I don't think they're quite finished with this Rusev thing yet. So I think he may interfere and cost Roman the belt.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Alright.
So, that I think about wraps it up.
Yep.
From your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
I've been Martin.
and the one and only Sam H. We will see you again for the SmackDown review. Adios.